Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Resident Evil 5. So we're after several false starts, we're finally at the chainsaw guy, and we died because our partner got her head chainsawed off. So we came back to this menu where we could upgrade our guns a little bit and see what happens. For the most part, what I want to do is not get too close. Like, it would be nice if you could get closer and do damage and punch the guy, but it's not safe. I believe the chainsaw guy is probably particularly vulnerable to getting shot in the head too. Throwing 5 grenades at him, not enough to completely kill him, which might mean he either has a high defense against grenades or something else. Let's go and kill these guys and try to run back this direction. He's about to drop off my head. Let's go back this direction, and as soon as he gets close, we'll do that and hook and uppercut him. And the thing here is you need to keep your distance. Like, she just healed me after I just healed her. Let's gotta reload. Come on. Let's equip these. Nope, he's not. He's moving too fast. And we've got the key, and now we gotta run. There's no getting past these guys. I don't think I can kill them. So let's just get out of here and run this direction. Maybe later on, when we have a more upgraded weapon, we will decide to take them on, but I'm gonna take the opportunity to leave. And there's a lot of rewards here that imply to me that we're supposed to leave here. Let's get out of here. So we took the coward's way out, and I don't really feel too bad about it. It seems like Sheva has a specific desire to use the herbs over the full first aid spray. Maybe Sheva's doing the math a little bit better than I am. Can't get in here. Oh, we can get in here. Interesting. And yeah, there's so much of this game I don't remember clearly, because I thought that was the end of the game. And there might be a blue medallion somewhere around here.
Over there.
We are given a little falling action, and then we're going to be fighting again. Another cutscene. I like all these cutscenes, but they really do feel like more of a movie than anything else.
Oh my God.
Our pilot guy didn't survive. And he's like a named character. He's a known character from the Resident Evil series, I believe. And now people on motorcycles with chains are gonna come kill us. And we gotta do quick time events. Which frankly in Evil Within I could have certainly done with some quick time events. Fire, just tap A to fire to break the chain. What's weird here is this feels like they're introducing a new style of enemy that we're gonna have to deal a lot with, and we kind of deal with them, but only in a very awkward way. That you don't really fight these characters, and that may seem strange as you're watching this cutscene. Yeah, it's like, how in the world are we not gonna actually fight these characters when this feels like it's a build up to a boss fight? And here's the answer. Alpha Team comes in to save the day. Which is kind of repetitive because we already lost Delta Team. Like, this is so, like, Medal of Honor, Gears of War militaristic. It feels slightly out of place in the Resident Evil series. They made the right choice here by making most of the people on Alpha Team Africans, not Americans,
Man, am I glad to see you.
or African Americans at least.
Chris Redfield. Sheva.
Thanks, Josh. I owe you one.
And see, she knows him.
I trained under Josh. He taught me everything I know.
Sheva became little sister of the team. Now, Sheva, you must continue your search for Irvin. According to the data we retrieved from the hard drive, we believe he has moved on to the mining area.
So the hard drive got transferred from a hard drive into a SD card.
And keep your radio handy just in case.
Thanks, Josh.
It's kind of a shame Josh doesn't show up in any later part of the game either. And so remember in Resident Evil 6 where everybody had cell phones, that was how you controlled your inventory?
Jill.
Like, that's, I imagine, where they got the idea from, is this section.
Chris.
Now that flashback, oddly, didn't happen in any story or any game I know of.
Forget it.
Like,
It's nothing.
it happened off screen between Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5. Alright. So, according to this, my accuracy went down from 81% to 60%. Fair enough, I started using the SMG, and the problem with the SMG is as soon as the character dies, the bullets just kind of miss and go through them. Enemies routed, 62, still S-class. Deaths 1, so that gives you an A. And then, well, that seems like it was only an hour. So leaving the game paused apparently sometimes doesn't count. Because I definitely left this chapter paused for at least 8 hours. And that gave me 1,000 points. And let's organize. We were able to pick up one more of these. And we're going to pick up just multiples of the same things, which isn't terrible as far as an idea. It feels a little bit like Diablo though, where you're always getting elements. There's nothing new to buy, and it doesn't seem like it's a good idea to do anything. Seems like the only thing I can upgrade right now is this, though. Can I not upgrade this? Don't have enough for that. Reload speed is maxed, but I believe there's something else to it. Yeah, I'm not feeling bad about this idea. Upgrade Sheva's handgun, let her go wild with that. First aid spray, incendiary things. I guess I am just gonna have to stay where I am. It could be a mistake to let the rifle stay in her hands, but whatever. We're good. Let's go on to the next chapter.
Sheva, do you know where the mines are?
Past the station. Not too far from it. Follow me.
Continue our pattern of breaking TVs. I hate TV. YouTube's the new way. No, not really. I suppose you have to be kind of careful of the pronunciation of Sheva. If you go more Asian with it, you pronounce it Shiva. And then that would be the destroyer and creator of worlds. Or destroyer of worlds, at least. So this is just information talking about Type 2 Las Plagas enemies and how the things we're seeing now are even further away from zombies than the things we were seeing in Resident Evil 4, which weren't zombies either. The previous Resident Evil games did have good old-fashioned zombies in them. I can't open this door. Interesting. Delta Team is kind of gone. It makes literally no sense that Delta Team wouldn't just stay with you and keep you safe. And now we're back into one of these shipping container puzzle areas, and we may get some more dogs after fighting us in a second. This game is a little fast and furious with the dogs can jump from under the trains.
Come on, Roger.
Yeah.
You grab it. Roger.
Like, I don't like having to tell her to pick up everything. It's a slow process. We've got a different color dog. They look like they might be a little bit stronger. Let's see. I'm gonna have to resort back to my handgun and my knife in a second if I'm not careful. Yep, and trying to knife those guys is not a smart move. His look almost hyena-esque. Oh, me not be reckless? Okay. Like, I've got no bullets. And these guys, these dogs are clearly not programmed to be taken on in this fashion. My partner died. So we gotta organize a little bit better. Try that again.
Sheva, do you know where the mines are? Come on!
Past the station. Not too far from here. Follow me.
You grab it.
Okay. Are you okay?
And she just immediately uses it. Let's pretend like we read all of this. That way we just don't look like we're illiterate.
Come on!
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
This is the only door that opens. And I think we'll probably be in a better position if we kind of run through this and get up high. Let's try to run up here and hit that. Right. Wow, I am missing very poorly.
Take this.
Alright. So I think we leave the dogs alone and instead we go this way. Let's Yeah, that's a perfect example of a questionable scenario where you may not just see the solution or be able to find and use the solution. I'm trying to see if there's a blue medallion on that poster. It feels like there should be one, but I don't see it on the electrical item. I think we jump down this way. And then I get blown up.
Are you okay?
Like, there is this rail cart section in the game in Resident Evil 4, and I think that's what that was supposed to be. Is I was supposed to be looking forward and shooting. Feels like a little bit of a disappointment to rush through this whole section, but yeah, I don't want to take on those dogs, and frankly I don't think I have a choice anyways. Well, if I play it a second time, my guns would have so much ammo capacity, and they'd be so deadly that they would make sense, and you could do that. It's just that's not the case right now. In fact, if anything, I probably should consider switching guns because this HK MP5 is probably better than what I've got and has been upgraded. I'm not gonna realistically.
Take the lantern and I'll cover us.
Who has the most bullets? I guess she does. And I can point the lantern. This is an interesting partner concept of gameplay. In the old days when this came out, this would have been an acceptable length of a game, but now, looking back, you kind of are in a weird position where you do start to think like that there isn't enough interactions. The game is kind of short. The Evil Within felt that way certainly too, where entire chapters felt very short and you just run through it. When you compare that to something that is an MMO where it's player versus player and the game is constantly giving you new content or variations on content. Is this guy gonna hit me? Like, I can't do nothing. Like, I'll put down the thing and use my gun. Yeah, and this is pretty boring to watch a PC AI here. This is the worst gun in the world to use this on. Where'd that go? I swear I could have seen that there was something to shoot. There's something to shoot up here. It's a shame that never.
You grab it.
Okay.
That never showed up in Evil Within. She's not a great shot.
You grab it.
And frankly, these guys just don't die. They just don't want to die.
You grab it.
Handgun ammo. Flash grenades.
Take it.
Roger.
Sheva.
Okay.
You grab it.
Roger.
You grab it.
Okay.
And we'll have her hold the controller for hold the item.
I need ammo.
Roger. Use this.
There we go.
You grab it.
Okay.
But as soon as she picks up anything, we'll just want to make sure we look for any kind of items. Some of this is pretty cyclical and repetitive. We were in a dark area with dogs, and now we're in a dark mine shaft with zombies. It's not terrible. It's still a pretty smooth transition, but it would have made just as much sense if this section happened in the same breath as the sewer section happened. These guys. Resident Evil really has a nice system in which the zombies totally duck your shot, which I could see people getting frustrated with, but it feels like home to me. It adds a level of craziness. Shoot it, Sheva. Apparently, she was in cover mode before. I have no idea why she would have been in cover mode, but apparently she was.
I need ammo.
Take this.
You grab it.
Roger.
There we go. Having her in attack mode and like she's
Come on.
I guess when you say come on, she goes into cover mode, and in cover mode she only uses handgun shots.
You grab it.
Roger.
Looking all around. I think these paths only slightly deviate from each other. So it's merely kind of a question of
You grab it.
Okay.
of how thorough you want to be, whether you want to go left or right. Sheva is picking up a bunch of bullets. And we just have to wait. I suppose it's rather possible that you could
I need ammo.
Use this.
you could have two players both shooting and neither one of them actually
Take it.
Okay.
actually holding the light. I don't know if the light is
Roger.
super important.
Roger.
And we're just trying to ensure as much gold as possible to upgrade our guns, which is something you never did. Hey, shoot that thing. Look, I should kill the snake because I'm Resident Evil 4.
Roger.
Like, the snake probably has something valuable in it. But as soon as it gets out of the light, it's like I'm blindly looking for a red dot, and can I pull the trigger before the red dot decides it's gonna go away? Like, I can just barely see it. Alright, there you go. The partner decided to... There we go.
Take it.
Roger.
An egg. Which, that's a full reference to Resident Evil 4. And she just used the egg on me. Alright, well, it's been another 30 minutes. We are in a bit of a mess. It's very strange that you are in a scenario where we get flash grenades that we needed at the beginning of the very beginning of the game, where there was crows, and you don't even find one until chapter 2, maybe chapter 3. This melee vest is slightly problematic being in here, but I think it also
I owe you one.
is kind of working.
Use this.
If I could hold more grenades, that would be nice.
Thanks. Thanks, partner.
I need ammo.
Take this.
Just a lot of inventory management happening. If anything, they should have gone the opposite direction and just given you an infinite amount of inventory if they didn't want to do the minigame that was quite fun in Resident Evil 4, where you had to play Tetris and fit everything into weapons cases. Having to stack everything into 9 spots is just kind of dull and boring and artificially restricting. Well, like I said, it's been 30 minutes. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.